G'day everyone, and welcome to episode 7, season 2 of Production Line. And we are continuing with the bad voice, the flu or the head cold, the clearing of the throat and the coughing, and I suspect it's ingrained now and is going to be with us for possibly up to 7 days, which is normally what doctors say for this kind of a thing. 7 days and you'll feel better. Drink plenty of fluids and rest. Thank you. Very helpful. So we're here. And in this episode, in the last episode, what we did was we unpacked Fit Body and moved everything up here. And of course now we've got a bottleneck in the painting. Let's just put that on pause for a second. And we need to talk about R&D for a minute, because what we've got going on in painting at the moment is the paint specialisation. So we're going to unlock 3 slots, which hopefully is going to relieve the congestion we have around the paint. So I'm not going to add the other paint facility here, because I think when we unlock this and expand these 2, because I think we still need the 2, we should get the benefit. Actually, let's just expand 1 to start with, and we should get the benefit. But it does raise some other issues, and those other issues are space. Now, we always could move that way. But then I'm also looking at what we need to do to save money, because we are spending like a ton of it. And I'm looking at the costs of component purchases and other great things that we've got going on over here. Now, even though I can't tell the prices of these things, the powertrain is a very expensive item. If we could drop that by, say, half, we would certainly be making much more money for ourselves. And also looking at this power imports, we could add more and bring that down a bit. But that's a huge cost saving there per car, assuming that we get a reasonable return on the investment. So what I'm thinking of doing in line with this is to put our powertrain manufacturer up in here and redirect it so that the fit engine expansion goes in there as well with the powertrain manufacturer. I would have to regard that as a cunning and somewhat devious plan to work on the fit engine. Now, that was interesting. The fit engine, fit powertrain, it doesn't allow us to look at that slot until we have to do all of that first. But there's powertrain manufacture, which is actually pretty expensive. But, excuse me, but that's going to give us the best bang for our buck in terms of money. Now, of course, then there's electric powertrain manufacturer, and we haven't even got near electric vehicles yet. So this is what I'm thinking. And, of course, it could end up being a disaster, because that's a huge expense, bringing in almost another $3,000 in cost an hour. But then, of course, we're going to save a lot of money as well, so it might work out for the best. The other thing, too, is that if we do that, we are also going to have the powertrain for the budget cars as well. So we may, now this is what I don't know, we may need to route the budget cars up there as well, and then have them go back through consolidated slots to the end of the manufacturing process. That's a huge change. But I think that's where I'm heading at the moment with this. So therefore, in terms of R&D, let's go and not chassis, sorry. Let's go and do engine specialisation. Add to the queue, which will come directly after paint. And then, again with the coughing and spluttering, sorry about that. And then, I think we possibly need to stabilise after we do that and look at another technology. Just to keep our cars competitive. Not much. It looks very much like we've gone through all the low cost ones at the 750 range. So that's, oh no, we got cruise control and power steering. We need more specializations. Interesting. Now, that's power steering. The steering and wheels. Steering and wheels. Steering and wheels. Steering and wheels. Steering and wheel specializations. Guess what? It's in engine spec, which is where we want to go anyway. So let's do the steering and the wheel specialization, and then we'll add those two technologies at the end of that process, and that will give us quite the leg up about where we want to go. Okay, I think that's good, and I think we can proceed now. We still have roughly the same number of cars. Whoa, what's this? Aha! Now we have the compact body. And we have new vehicles that we can undertake. Now, in car design, what do we want after we get the compact body? We probably want the next most affordable one, which is going to be the small van. And in fact, we could have actually got the small van before we did that, but then the SUV, and that might be us for that. Now we can manufacture, and I think we should, a version of the compact car because we have one. So we have the compact. And of course we think, no, we don't. We think you're the budget. And we think you're going to sell for $24,000. One common features is not included in-car music. Do we have in-car music in you? Really? Availability. Common. Yeah, okay. Well, let's put you in there with the music. Now, I think at this stage, we can probably go one for one with the compact budget. Ooh, we have paint specialization. That's exciting. But we're not going to do anything with paint specialization just yet. So we're going to add the new entry, and we're going to go one compact budget and one sedan budget, except that we probably want to rename that car the Bud. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. That's good. That could be interesting, so I'm not quite sure how this goes. In terms of what we're doing, though, we're still manufacturing the same number of budget cars. We have not increased the number of cars, literally, we just have increased or varied the type of cars that we're manufacturing. And we have a bottleneck because we held that up. And that's because these guys are still processing. And of course that's not going to be particularly helpful for us because we still have a lot of planning to do to move that over. So I think we're going to turn you back on again. And we're going to have to put some thought into what we're doing. Oh, what we can do, which I don't think we've done yet, is in the door panels, we can add central locking. Actually, have we added central locking to anything? Don't know that we have actually. So we'll add central locking in the door panels. And then I think in the fit windows, yes, we can add the electric windows. Ooh, okay, engine specialization is there. So now just before we go on with that, we need to go to the luxury. We need to add the car alarm, the central locking, and the electric windows. And I think, now what's the variation here? That's 2.8, 700, 400, 400, 1000. I think for the luxury, no, the expensive. Yeah, that's right, the expensive. I will add the electric windows at 408 because it's rare, and that will hopefully improve the marketability of that car. Luxury is still at 6, expensive at 3, mid-range at 5, and 1 budget. So that's not too bad. Have we produced our first... What's wrong with you? Oh, it has a defect. Oh, that's horrible. Actually, let's go and have a look to see if we've got our first compact budget going out anywhere. What are you? You look like a sedan. What does a budget model look like? Surely there's a budget in there somewhere. Every second car should be a budget car. I don't see any budget cars. Ah, there's a budget. Interesting, isn't that the first budget car coming out is all the way down there? I don't think so. Missing upgrade electric windows. Did I not just do that? I'm very sure I just did that. Central locking, yeah. Electric windows, yeah. I thought I did electric windows. I'm having a bit of deja vu. That's a vehicle. What is it? That's the sedan budget. Where's the compact budget? Are you the compact budget? Sedan budget. Oh, I wonder why it took so long to get a sedan budget out. I mean, sorry, a compact budget. It's very interesting. Okay, how are we doing money-wise? Oh, money-wise, we're starting to make a profit again. Okay, so now this might be the appropriate time to look at our R&D and see what we're about. Once we get these... Now, we do have the wheel specialization. We could actually start Now let's just double check this. The fit engine and the paint. There's the powertrain. There's the radiator, the exhaust, the wheel assembly. See, we're doing that. And the steering assembly, we're doing all of those. So I think we should do them all at once. So what we're talking about doing then, I think what we're talking about doing is breaking this off here when it gets to fit engine and routing it up into here along with these when they leave paint. So the redevelopment would be now that's steering. Okay. This is quite tricky because I did want to keep them separate. So, so the options before us are this way. We keep these two runs separate until we get because we're going to be making more budget cars than we are others. We could manufacture, we could have two manufacturing facilities. And we just bring them down here. Because the other thing we haven't done is we haven't set up a luxury item compact car. Would you have a luxury item compact car? I suppose you could if you wanted to. Okay. Think I need to think about this for a minute. We've got 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, we could get rid of the 3, and simply replace them with 1 run, because that would do that. We could manufacture all this separately. In fact, we could have 2 of these feeding into one of those. Oh dear. Oh, the decisions that we have to make. And why do we have a bottleneck up here? Because we do. All right. Paint's an issue. For sure. Okay, we need, I think, to pause this line after it creates this next chassis. 18. Yep, pause. Oh, it pauses itself when it stops. Okay, that's fine. I think. No, that's right. That's it. Yes, okay, fine. We're going to end up with multiple types of vehicles. Oh dear. All right, hold on. We need to have a think break here for a second or two. We are going to end up with multiple vehicle types. Some vehicles might be better off being on their own, or we could use smart junctions, which we haven't invented yet, to move things away and do other things with them. We could certainly gain more efficiency down here by removing 2 of these and going to the single stream, which I think we will do. We will try and compress these 2. Actually, there's capacity in here. So I think we could actually combine these 2, compress them down, do paint down here, and then move them up into the area up here to fit the engine. It would lengthen the line but be of more value and more consolidation. It would cost us $2,000 an hour though, almost 3. But we are, yeah, see that's borderline, that right there. I think we need to consolidate. We have spare capacity here, which we're not using, and we've got way too much stuff down here. So I think first of all, we will move those into there. We will bunch this up more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we won't buy this just yet. We'll consolidate this line into that. Where are smart junctions, by the way? Where are smart junctions? Let's see. Advanced manufacturing. Supply stockpiles might be useful. What can we do in here? Smart junction. What do smart junctions give us? And where are smart junctions? Here are smart junctions. Smart junctions. Add to queue. Already in research queue. Doesn't tell me much about smart junctions though, does it? In terms of getting a handle on what they actually do. I think it might be the way forward, so that when we get past the engine, or the other option is that we manufacture up here, bring the engine train down. Well, there's another option. We can manufacture the engine, the powertrain over here, actually, and just move it to the location and not spend $2,900 an hour on that. Okay, so here's the plan. Consolidate these 2 into there so that all cars are manufactured on the one line. Then bunch this up down here, fix up paint, and then implement the engine over here, next to which we will build the powertrain, and we will have stores in the engine which will deliver the powertrain, which appears to be a very fancy thing for oh, that's what we could do. Yeah, we could do that. We develop the powertrain and build that in there, and then when we get to electric, and we have the two, we can put electric powertrains and regular powertrains up in there and have them come down. Right, so that's what we're going to do. But in this episode, we also need to develop a luxury. Well, do we need a luxury? What's selling? What's selling? What's selling? That's the mid-range, the luxe, the expensive. Maybe what we do is for the compact. Well, for the compact, I mean, do we want all three? 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 4 actually, isn't there? I think we could go the compact mid-range. So it will bring your price up to there. Well, it's interesting. I mean, that's 43. The compact, oh, that was silly, wasn't it? 24, but it's the bud. I removed the bud, and I didn't want to remove the bud. If the budget compact and the budget sedan are the same price, that's not going to work technically, is it? So how about $2,000? $2,000 the difference. Yeah? Okay. And then we created, say, a D-mid and made it $2,000 the difference. And then we created what might loosely be described as an expensive. I don't think we need a luxury, to be honest. And we'll put you in the luxury bracket of, can't hardly see the luxury bracket. Sedan luxury, 99.5. Compact expensive, 99.5. 97? That's a lot of money for a compact expensive. Really is. Okay, so what have we got in the sedan expensive? We've got automatic windshield wipers, auto steer headlights, electric windows. Hang on. Automatic and headlights. Headlights. Electric windows and a heater. In-car music and a solid roof. In-car music. Oh, in-car music, yep. And the solid roof. Cool. The D mid-range, what do we got? In-car music and a solid roof. And the compact mid-range is going to be in-car music and a solid roof. Now the budget. I think the budget has in-car music and the solid roof. Yep. And that's it. So over here, now we just need to double check this. There's the budget, compact and sedan. And over here, right, we need to add the compact mid-range. Interesting. And the compact expensive. Now, we've got 4 mid-ranges going on over there. Why? I think we need to bring those down a tad. Maybe to 2. Yep. And see how we go with that. Okay. All right, so we'll drop in profit again. All right, let's just kick this along and see how we go for a moment or two. Because next episode we're going to begin the consolidation of these 2 production lines all the way up to the redoing of the paint and also the engine once cruise control is done. And then we'll add some features as well. Excellent. I think this is a very good outcome, and we really do need to work with paint. But it's doable. It is all doable. So thank you very much for joining me today for the coughing and the spluttering and the editing of coughs. I really hope you stay well, and I will look forward to seeing you in the gig channel again very soon. Until then, everyone, stay well. Please don't get this dreaded lurgy thing that I've got. It's just an abomination. And I will look forward to catching up with you again when you come back to the gig channel. So until then, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.